It's the smoking gun in the Volkswagen emissions scandal, the key change that left regulators guessing. And military honors for a Navy pilot killed in the Vietnam War. His return to San Diego, plus the daughter who would not give up on his case.
N is for Neville, who died of ennui.
The demise of children at the heart of fractured fairy tales. See the dark, twisted tales in Write Out Loud's new show. KPBS Evening Edition starts right now. Good evening, and thanks for joining us. I'm Ebony Monet. New details tonight about San Diego's crime rate. City leaders showed off a report today showing the overall crime rate is down for the first quarter of this year. It's the lowest rate on record since city leaders started tracking it. KPBS editor Tom Fudge says this comes as San Diego continues to have a problem recruiting and keeping officers.
A handful of police and politicians arrived in front of San Diego Central Police Station with good news.
I'm very pleased to announce that during the first 4 months of 2017, every major category of crime decreased when compared to the first 4 months of 2016. These decreases in each of the 7 categories of crime led to the lowest crime index total since at least 1990.
Murder down 18% in this report compared to 2016. In fact, this year's report of 9 murders pales compared to the 47 that occurred during the same time period in 1991. That was the good news. The bad news, almost ironic given today's report, was the fact that San Diego's professional crime fighters are getting fewer and fewer.
That is a huge concern for us. This fiscal year, we've lost 22 San Diego police officers to other law enforcement agencies. That's more than we've had in the last 5 or 6 years. And so that is very much a concern for me as the chief of police for our department. In
all, the San Diego Police Department has 205 vacant police officer positions. Most agree that one problem is that compensation is just not enough for San Diego police.
They should be the highest paid law enforcement professionals in our entire county, and they're not.
Tom Fudge, KPBS News.
Are we ready to switch to 100% renewable energy sources? Energy providers generally say no, but last night at an annual energy conference at UC San Diego, a Sempra executive said the technology is there now.
And many people were thinking, well, that's not achievable, right? And if you were to ask me 3 years ago, as a power engineer, can we actually achieve high percentage of renewable? My answer is probably no. I say, well, we're going to need some base load generation, right? But today, my answer is the technology has been resolved. How fast do you want to get 100%? That can be done today.
That was Patrick Lee. He's a vice president at Sempra Energy. iNews Source reporter Ingrid Lobet was at the Institute of America's Energy Conference. Hi, Ingrid. Can you put this statement into context for us?
This is actually quite a surprising statement to hear from an executive at a major utility company. Typically what we hear is that the grid is not ready for 100% solar and wind energy, that it makes the grid too unstable because, well, wind and solar come and go. To have a utility executive say we are ready now is just kind of stunning.
So what's holding us back from moving to 100% renewables, according to Lee?
Mr. Lee is saying the only obstacle is that companies like SDG&E have hundreds of millions, billions of dollars sunk into power plants that are going to be running for many more years.
I'm speaking with confidence that we have a solution now. We have, to address the intermittency of solar and wind energy that is no longer a technology challenge. Now it's really an economic decision.
Companies don't want to abandon expensive assets, but from a technical perspective, nothing is holding us back because he says they've developed technology, software, that can deal with momentary issues when solar or wind disappears from the grid. In the blink of an eye, faster, this software can make sure batteries send power onto the grid so there are no lapses.
SDG&E says we need new fossil fuel plants like the one being built in Carlsbad, in part because we can't rely entirely on renewable energy yet. Zimpra is the parent company to SDG&E. Do Lee's comments contradict this?
They at least certainly raise a question. Why have we been told that the only thing that can provide enough reliability on the coast at Carlsbad is a gas-fired power plant? I'm sure some of the people who oppose that plant will be very interested to hear that Sempra believes the time is here for 100% renewable energy on the grid.
iNews Source reporter Ingrid Lobet, thank you so much.
Thank you.
UC San Diego computer scientists have figured out how exactly Volkswagen cheated emissions tests. And KPBS tech reporter David Wagner says they found Volkswagen isn't the only car maker deceiving regulators.
The researchers found what they call smoking gun software in the onboard computers for Volkswagen vehicles. They located code designed to determine whether the car was being driven normally or being put through an emissions test, in which case its behavior would change in order to deceive regulators. The researchers also found a much simpler deception program in the Fiat 500X, a diesel SUV sold in Europe. UC San Diego's Kirill Levchenko led the research.
As we went along, we realized that this is part of a much bigger problem that I think is going to be something we'll have to deal with in the coming years, which is regulating software systems.
The researchers presented their findings at a conference earlier this week. David Wagner, KPBS News.
Officials say the Pentagon will attempt to shoot down an intercontinental range missile next week. It will be the first test of its kind, and it's meant to simulate the U.S. response to a missile attack from North Korea. The Inceptor will be launched from Vandenberg Air Force Base in California. Its target will launch from a test in the Pacific, and the test is planned for Tuesday. Another casualty of President Trump's budget could be the earthquake early warning system in development for the West Coast. Under Trump's proposal, federal funding for the project would be cut. It's being developed with the help of several universities and is intended to give people a few critical seconds of warning so they can take cover. The estimated cost of the system is about $38 million, with an annual operating cost of about $16 million. It was the day of reckoning at the state capitol for hundreds of bills. By law, today is the final day any bills that will cost taxpayers money can be sent to the Senate or Assembly. About 800 bills qualify, and lawmakers either have to give them the go-ahead or put them on the shelf for the end of the business. It's typically a nail-biter, as months of work either comes to fruition or goes down the drain.
You know, certainly you work and with the committee and you figure out what you need to do maybe next time. And so I think most people know if the bills didn't go forward today, what needs to be done to potentially address the issue or sometimes move on, because sometimes issues are just not ripe and they're not really viable as far as a public policy issue for California.
The file deadline has been part of the Capitol tradition for many years, but some watchdog groups say the procedure results in some of the legislative process being hidden from the public. Bills that don't make the cut are shelved or killed without any explanation and without any recorded vote. Lawmakers are scrambling to finalize new state cannabis regulation policies. The governor's latest bill proposals reconciles existing medical marijuana law with new recreational laws. The Legislative Analyst Office supports this plan.
That it does probably make sense to have one consolidated regulatory structure. It probably doesn't make sense, for example, to allow folks to, have different license types at the same time on one side and not on the other side. It seems like you probably want to have the same rules for both medical and non-medical. So we think that it would probably reduce confusion and make for a more efficient implementation.
Officials say they're hopeful they will finalize regulations and begin licensing by next year. The remains of a Navy pilot killed during the Vietnam War are now back home in San Diego. The family of Lieutenant Commander Frederick Crosby watched today as his casket was removed from a jet at San Diego International. His plane was shot down in 1965. His daughter says she spent decades following up on the military's progress of the case. Military investigators found his remains a year ago.
It's overwhelming. I'm just overwhelmed with seeing the plane drive up and all of the uniforms and all of the respect and the honors that he's receiving. It's overwhelming. I'm just really, really pleased.
Crosby will be buried Sunday at Rosecrans National Cemetery after a Navy flyover. Coming up on PBS NewsHour, an Egyptian-American aid worker who spent 3 years in an Egyptian jail. Her surprising conversation with President Trump about who was responsible for her arrest.
Oh, one of the questions he asked was about the time of my arrest, and it seemed like, not sure, but it seemed like he had this idea that, or conviction that it was at the time of the Muslim Brotherhood.
Which was before President
Which was before Sisi. So he was like, so was your arrest at the time of the Brotherhood? Then I said, no. And then he said, oh, it was at the time of Sisi. And he was taken aback.
And a special election in Montana jolted by a last-minute assault charge against a Republican candidate. His apology on the campaign trail after attacking a reporter. That's tonight at 7 right here on KPBS. A new study out of UC San Diego says if you have trouble sleeping on warm nights, now it's only going to get worse in the future. The study finds that climate change is going to add several days per year when heat is going to keep some people from getting a good night's rest. Using projections from NASA Earth Exchange, researchers predicted by 2050, an additional 6 calendar days per year will result in insufficient rest for some. And by 2099, the number of sleepless nights rises by 14. A mild, sunny weather ahead for Memorial Day weekend. Stephanie Olmo has more in tonight's forecast.
Quiet conditions as we wrap up the day today and we kick off Memorial Day weekend, and I know many folks are excited about that as we check out a close look at what's going on in San Diego and of course the surrounding areas here. Satellite and radar really not picking up much of anything. We are pretty much quiet. This trend continues throughout the weekend as we have a high pressure system building, and also the marine layer will be shrinking, so temperatures are expected to turn a bit warmer for the weekend. Now for tonight, we are expected to see an increase of cloud cover. Temperatures are expected to take a tumble down into the lower 60s. And as we check out the outlook across this area from Borrego Springs down into Mount Laguna, around this area we are a little bit clearer. Now as we take you closer to the coast is where we are dealing with more in the way of clouds. Ramona back into Oceanside here. Temperatures will be taking a tumble down into the 50s, and Chula Vista will be down into the upper 50s. Your snapshot for the first part of the weekend. It is expected to be pretty warm. Temperatures getting warmer across the region. It could be a little bit cooler along the coast, the immediate coast, all due to the onshore flow. But a good chunk of this region will see temperatures warm up. Some showers around. That takes us all the way down into the Four Corners region, but the showers remaining well off to our east. For tomorrow here in San Diego and to the surrounding areas, again, Borrego Springs will be enjoying plenty of sunshine. Also plenty of sun down into Mount Laguna with temperatures in the mid-60s. San Diego will be close to 70 degrees. We'll be at 70 in Oceanside. As we check out your 5-day outlook along the coast, we'll keep it mainly quiet in the area, and temperatures will be in the low 70s throughout the course of this weekend. And as we take a look what's going on further inland, we'll be dealing with patches of clouds here and there. Temperatures warming up into the upper 70s for Sunday, eventually breaking into the 80s for Memorial Day Monday, and some sunshine around with us. Your 5-day outlook along the mountains here around, let's say, Saturday and Sunday. We're looking great with plenty of sunshine and temperatures gradually getting warmer back into the 70s. In the deserts, it is going to be a scorcher. Temperatures will be in the triple digits by Sunday. I'm Stephanie Yemo, KPBS News.
A musical dedicated to the songs of Jimmy Buffett is debuting on Sunday at the La Jolla Playhouse. Escape to Margaritaville features new songs by the legendary musician, as well as his most beloved classics.
Favorite storyteller, Jimmy Buffett, comes.
The love story takes place on Paradise Island. It weaves Buffett's iconic songs together with waves of emotion and adventure. Buffett talked to KPBS about the message he hopes his audience takes away. The show runs through July 9th before making its way across the country to Broadway in New York. Write Out Loud is a company that reads literature aloud. This Tuesday, they present Fractured Fairy Tales. KPBS arts reporter Beth Accomando gets a sneak preview of their twisted take on familiar tales.
If you grew up in the 1960s, the title Fractured Fairy Tales conjures up memories of the Rocky and Bullwinkle show and Edward Everett Horton reading stories that weren't quite as we remembered them.
And of course, everybody had some turnips. Everybody except King Midas.
Write Out Loud serves up its own version of Fractured Fairy Tales, says artistic director Veronica Murphy. And they're tailored to go with Signet Theater's Shock-Headed Peter.
It's a book of poetry that a German doctor wrote for his children in the 19th century. It's all about children, if they do wrong, it's sort of moralistic. So if you suck your thumb, then they're going to come and chop your thumbs off, or if you play with those matches, you're going to catch on fire and burn up.
Shock-Headed Peter reminds us of the dark origins of some early children's literature, and Fractured Fairy Tales plays off of that, says Walter Ritter.
But instead of going back to the source material, contemporary writers have taken their own twists back.
Ritter, who co-founded Write Out Loud, reads from Edward Gorey's ABC poem, The Gashly Crumb Tinies.
N is for Neville, who died of ennui. O is for Olive, run through with an awl. P is for Prue, trampled flat in a brawl.
That is probably the one most tied in theme to Shock-Headed Peter, because it's very specifically about the demise of children.
But there's also a new take on the Three Little Pigs called A Tale of Diminutive Swine.
And so, collectively agreed, but individually impelled, the diminutive swine set about each to erect for himself an abode.
David Fenner's memorized performance is not typical of what Write Out Loud does. Murphy describes what they do as a live theatrical performance that just isn't a play.
But one of the things that's very similar in directing a play is that when an actor is reading, they have to embody the character that they're reading, just like an actor in a play does.
But in a way that engages the audience to a greater degree, because they have to bring all of the imagery that's being read to life for themselves.
Then steel thyself, little pig. Forthwith shall I endeavor by employing means both huffing and puffing to dismantle yon flaxen fortress flat. Ha!
But that's easy when the readers are as expressive as Fenner and Linda Libby. Libby reads a version of Cinderella from the ugly stepsister's point of view.
Have you ever noticed how history favors the lookers? Henry VIII, bad press. Richard Lionheart, good press.
Rachel Esther Tate reads from Kelly Link's The Fairy Handbag about a grandmother who has an entire Eastern European village living in her purse.
And the people under the hill told her to kill a black dog and skin it, and use the skin to make a purse big enough to hold a chicken, an egg, and a cooking pot. So she did. And then the people under the hill made the inside of the purse big enough to hold all of the village, and all of the people under the hill, and the mountains, and the forests, and the seas, and the rivers, and the lakes, and the orchards, and the sky, and the stars, and the spirits, and fabulous monsters, and sirens, and dragons, and dryads, and mermaids.
The reading of literature aloud is a wonderful way to remind adults and introduce young people to the enjoyment of good writing.
And the sheer delight of listening to someone read you a story aloud.
We The forgotten sisters, soon to become the ugly sisters, the weird sisters, and the sisters of the Divine Comedy, rolled on into legend, picking up blemishes like lint along the way.
Betha Commando, KPBS News.
As the Soccer City development heads for the ballot, we look at the arguments and counter-arguments. And we find out whether federal funds for a local agency aiding sex trafficking victims are still endangered. Join us for the KPBS Roundtable tonight at 8:30.
This looks really bad.
Yeah, that's bad. We'll have to cut that piece off.
It all comes from a different place, that thinking about food.
It did fulfill my life and, fill my belly.
Chef Jacques Pepin is an American cooking icon. He launched dozens of cooking shows on public media. A new American Masters documentary explores his love of cooking and how he helped change cooking in America. From our sister station in San Francisco, KQED Newsrooms, Rachel Myro talks about the chef, about his career and what it took in order to make his last meal.
Well, this documentary has so many marvelous little details that I think will surprise a lot of people who think they're very familiar with you based on so many cooking shows over the years. I didn't realize that you had cooked for French heads of state, Charles de Gaulle, in France.
Yeah, someone introduced me a while ago, said that man cooked for 3 French heads of state and the 3 of them are dead. That's how I was introduced.
Yes, but they ate well before they went.
Right.
You cooked in New York, you cooked at Le Pavillon, the Kennedy White House asked you to cook for them, and yet you chose to go to work for Howard Johnson.
Right.
Why?
Well, if you look at it in the concept of the time, at that time, the cook was very, very low on the social scale. The cook was in the kitchen. Any good mother wanted her child to marry an architect or a doctor, not a cook. So it was another world altogether. So when I was asked to go to the White House, I did not really, to be truthful, realize the potential of publicity or whatever. And I had done it. I was in New York. But Howard Johnson, on the other hand, I would learn about production, marketing, American eating habit, all kind of things that I didn't know anything about. So it was a great, and I stayed there for 10 years, from 1960 to 1970s.
Boy, American food post-World War II was such a bizarre world. I thought we might play a little clip from the documentary just to show what it was like for you to walk into a grocery store.
Oh boy, yeah. The first time that I went to a real supermarket, well, I thought it was a fantastic idea. However, there was basically no vegetable. I remember going there and saying, where are the mushrooms? Aisle 5. Aisle 5 was canned mushroom.
I can't even imagine what that must have looked like to you.
Yes, in some way a lot of package, but on the other hand, fantastic beef, lobster, rack of lamb. I mean, so they were very, very expensive in France. That's why people learn how to do stew, to look the lower part of the meat. Here, stew was very fancy. No, but steak were very inexpensive. So, the steak too, there is many things which were absolutely beautiful.
Trade-offs, I suppose, but it does seem as if culture, we are just obsessed with technology. Today, of course, we see it in different formats. Silicon Valley startups offering, one-click shopping. Someone else is picking your produce. What do you make of all that?
Yeah, but in a sense, it's a déjà vu. So I remember going with my mother when I was a kid to the market, my 2 brothers, to help her carry the stuff. Everything was local, everything was organic. It was before people didn't have fertilizer, it didn't take fungicide, insecticide. Everything was local, organic, simple. So we are going back to that, going around all of that time. And it's kind of fascinating to see, what's going on with young chefs and all that. So the supermarket have never been as beautiful as they have been today compared to the supermarket, that I was talking about before. I mean, you go the fresh vegetable and the variety. I mean, in New York, there is 24,000 restaurants. So the ethnicity and the type of restaurant that you have, it's just most exciting, food in the world, I think, is in America now.
This conversation would not be complete if we didn't play at least one clip of you and Julia Child.
Yeah, absolutely, yes.
Today
we're going to do souffles. And as everyone knows, the heart of the good souffle is...
Egg white, beaten egg white. And I'm going to do mine in copper. I beat it faster than the machine.
Well, we're going to see if you're faster than the machine.
All right.
Mitchell. Okay. Well,
Wow.
counted. 1, 2, 3, go!
You guys were such a great pair.
Yeah, it's fun. That's what people have to realize. Cooking is fun. Cooking is being together. Cooking is enjoying life. Cooking, eating, all is part of what humans do,
Well, there you were playing at the idea of competing, right?
Yes.
The machine versus the man with a whisk. Things have gotten so much more competitive these days.
Yes. I don't think competition for me is a good word in the kitchen, in a fun way, this way, of course, but there's a great deal of love that you do in your cooking.
What's your perfect meal for tonight?
Bread and butter. I mean,
Bread and butter. Julie would approve.
Hard to beat bread and butter when it's really great bread and great butter.
Thank you so much for talking with us today.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. I'm delighted to be here.
You can watch the chef's new documentary tonight at 9 on KPBS 2. You can find tonight's stories on our website, kpbs.org/evening edition. Thanks for joining us. Have a great night.